Hi folks, Jake from Slatt here, and this is part 2 of the vintage arc welder project. I'm going to put some wheels on it so I can move around the shop. Probably going to put a hitch on it too, a 2-inch ball hitch, which I'm going to salvage from the tow bar from my old Toyota pickup truck. I'll just be using the hitch part. As you can see, the tongue is a little bent. I kind of jackknifed towing it with a Lincoln Town Car. Fortunately, it was an old school Lincoln Town Car with big, heavy chrome steel bumpers, so it just bent the lally column that I made the tow bar out of. Didn't even scratch the chrome on the bumper of the Town Car. So I'll use that part and maybe some of these other components. This is all welded up out of old pieces of exercise machine. I get this stuff from the dump all the time. It's a great source of steel stock. And the new tongue will probably be made using this. This was a stair step machine, and I've already used part of this for well, it was for the crucible hook for my foundry furnace. So I'll probably cut some of these and figure out how to fit them together to lift this about. I need to go up, I calculated out to about 9 inches from the bottom of this. So that will be a 7-inch lift at the axle, so I'll need 2-inch spacers. The oil pan on the engine on the welder hangs down 2 inches below the bottom of the pallet that it's all bolted down to. So I'm going to get started on that. You're welcome to stay and watch. You know, I'm more and more impressed with this welder every time I work on it. The guy who designed it was really very clever. Everything's very well done. And I just measured the width, and it's 23.5 inches wide, which is brilliant because 2 feet is such a standard measurement for boxes, for crates, for pallets, for tools. So when you're building something, building it just a little bit smaller than 2 feet means that you'll be able to work with these other components, pallets, tools, what have you. It's just the little things about this welder are so meticulously done. It was a complete DIY project. You know, this is not a manufactured welder at all, but it's really impressive. All right, let's get this axle together. These are wheelbarrow wheels that I got from Lowe's, and they're each good for 350 pounds, they say. And I think the welder is probably on the order of, I don't know, it's probably 450 pounds, maybe 500. It is a cast iron block. It's a little 4-cylinder engine, but it is a cast iron block. So the plan is to use these 2 brackets. These were shipping brackets for server racks. Whenever we get them at work, I always grab the packaging. These bolted the racks down to the pallets they came on. They have this rubber stuff on them that do not want to catch on fire when I go to weld these. These will bolt to the bottom of the welder, and then we'll just cut the axle to length. Probably I'll use one of these spacers that came with the wheels. So I just have to drill a 5/8 inch hole through these plates, 1 inch down from the top. These are busted dial calipers. I would not do this with my actual working dial calipers. .4, so 2.2. Okay, gonna go drill a hole. This drill's a little beat up, it's got a big chip in it, so I'm gonna have to push it past the point where the side is chipped to get an actual 5/8 inch hole. I should really order some new drills. Oh, damn, that was easy. Alright, I'm going to position these on the welder now. So the question is, where exactly do I want the wheels for a tongue weight about what I want? There are some holes already in the chassis, and they're about 1/3 of the way through the engine block. And that feels about right to me, so I'm going to try those first. I think I need to lift this up a little bit higher to get the wheels into that position. It's like this tire needs some air. It's like they want 30 psi. So I was wrong, the tires are actually rated for 300 pounds each. And considering that I am overpressuring them by about 10 pounds. To get them to look right. I'm guessing this welder is more like maybe 750 pounds. That's a heavy little engine. Probably last for frickin' ever. So that generator's got to weigh at least 100 pounds with all that copper. Alright, let's see how it balances. Ooh. That appears to be right on the balance point. So I think I want to move those back. Meaning towards you. Probably 4 inches. That's what I'm guessing. Alright, let's give that a try. Sure is easier to move now though. Woohoo. Yeah, that's more like it. I'm guessing that's going to be about 50 pounds at the tongue, which should make it nice and stable. Let's flip it around. Okay. the plastic wheel spacers. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to work. I suspect that 3/4 of an inch would have been the proper axle size to choose for the welder. So instead of using these little plastic spacers, I drilled a couple of 5-inch holes in this steel bar, and I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to use these for the spacers, and I'm hoping they'll provide enough buttressing of the axle so it won't bend too badly. I mean, if it bends a little, I'm not going to worry about that, but as long as the wheels don't touch the chassis, I'm happy with it. These things are brilliant for sheet metal and thin gauge steel. we're done. Stay tuned for part 3, where I hope to get this running. This is Jake von Slatt. See you next time.